Hey, what's up, dudes? What's up? How you doing? Geez, I haven't been on here in a little bit. Kind of took the end of the summer off. It was hot and miserable, but it's much cooler out. Pretty chilly out there right now. So it's good to be back. Let me just make sure that this isn't too hot. Could hear a little bit of the clicking there. So how you been? Yeah? Oh, interesting. You remember this one? This is the Ibanez S470. I put the Jazz in the Custom Stack Plus, and the JB. But you know, just wasn't thinking when I ordered this. I had a little brain cramp, and I got the JB for the regular bridge, right? The regular standard sort of Gibson width. But when you put it on a guitar with a Floyd Rose, or like a Fender style bridge, the spacing's actually a little wider. It doesn't quite line up perfectly over the poles. I mean, it works, but it will forever be wrong. That just cannot be. So I picked up the Trembucker, which lines up good enough, much better than the other one. And then I picked up a 59, the Duncan 59. And what I'll do is I'll throw the Duncan 59 and the other JB for the Gibson style in one of the LP copies. Be a nice improvement, in pickup for that. I'm running a Guitar Rig 5. This is like the 5150 amp, I think. Yeah. Yeah, the Van 51. So I love these pickups. The other thing I noticed is that I didn't have the custom stack wired properly. I just don't think I had a good ground going, and when I redid the pickup, I found a can of flux, and I was able to put a little flux on the back of the pot. I think I got a much better ground. You can just look at solder. You want it to be shiny. You don't want it to be dull. If it's dull, it means it's not a particularly good weld. You prefer the shinier, the better. So I noticed right away it's much quieter. I think I'm getting a little bleed through here. Let me turn that just back, just a hair. I can hear that. I have a pretty heavy hitting right hand. offset attack, I think that people like. Unfortunately, it leads to a lot of bleed through on the mic. Just bring that back just a hair more. See if that makes a difference. Because I can still hear myself pretty good, pretty well. Oh, don't get up the grammar police. I think that's pretty good right there, don't you? So, what to talk about? What not to talk about? Did you know Spider-Man is a minor blues? I've been fooling around with that. Goes right up a minor chord, minor scale. 1, 3, 5. Well, flat 3, but you get it. It's minor. Then the little flat 5. There he hits the flat 6. Then you go to the 4 chord. And back to the 1. Then you hit the flat 5. And then just a little riff around the 1. And that's it. That's the whole head. So it sounds out of tune, doesn't it? So it's a minor blues, so it's going to be like C minor 7, which is real easy. It's all the strings across, except the A string. So you get to like bar from the D string over, but you skip over the A and get to the E string. And make sure the A string is muted. And then you go to the A, so it would be here, it would be what, the 8th fret, right? Yeah, 8th fret for C, just barred all the way across, and then the 8th fret, and it would be starting on the A string, 8, 6, and then 8, 8, and then back to the 1 again, which is that barred chord. And then it's like a flat 6 that I would call the Hendrix chord, you know. It's that so what would that be? It would be 11 starting on the A string, 11, 10, 11, 12, and then down a step, and then back to the 1 again. Right. That's what I've been busy with over the last couple of weeks. That and this thing. Check that back out. You know, that's shown up recently. That's a 50s strat. Kind of hard to see here. I'll do a video on it soon. But my Facebook page, people on there that have seen, I had some good photos where I was able to sort of darken it up, take the f-stop down a little bit, and back off the brightness a little bit, and bring out the grain. You can really see the grain. It has a pretty nice figured neck. It's a Mexican-made strat, MIM. But it's nice. I like the vintage. Those are the ones I like. I like the 50s series, the 60s series, uh, whatever. I like the look of the logo and the headstock and the just there's a certain look that those particular models have, the 50s and the 60s, that I like, rather than just the standard or the deluxe, you know. So I like the large headstock too, like oh geez, what the special or the USA special or the what's that one called? The Highway 1. Been on a bit of a strat kick lately. People have been asking me about the ear training. I've been working on that. I was sort of holding off to have Pete, but our schedules haven't been matching up. He's actually coming over very soon for a reunion of the music store guys. Sort of getting together for a little reunion. So I'll talk to him then. But that's definitely coming this fall. There's a bunch of stuff coming more this fall. This has been the busiest summer I've had, and I can't remember how long. And I actually went back through and I use software to bill people, and I can look through and see like just traffic patterns, and it was busy this year. This is the busiest summer I've had in a while, which is good, because it means I'm working, but just haven't had as much time for videos, Plus, we're doing the reunion here at my house, and I'm just so crazy about having the house look good. I pressure washed the entire fence. I pressure washed like almost the entire house that I can reach, and got a lot of paint chips off, touching up all the paint, repainted the entire front porch, took the entire patio set, sanded it down with a couple of those great sanding pads you put on the end of the drills. They work great. Got it down to bare metal on a lot of the parts, and then put a brand new coat of paint on those. It looks fantastic. And so the place has really been spruced up. I've been going on a painting tear. Just keep painting. That's my motto. Just keep painting, and trust me, everything will look good at some point. And so I've got so many hours out there painting, getting the house into shape. So it's going to look good. I had to wait for the heat to break and the rain to stop and all that. It's been a little crazy, but lately it's been going pretty good. And I'm also going to very soon do some work on the LP copy that has the blackouts in it, and I am going to take the boost off of it. I literally haven't had the strings off it since I put those pickups in, and I don't like to go wasting strings. Go until they're done, but they're done. they need to be redone, and the fretboard needs to be cleaned up a little bit, and the thing needs a little bit of servicing. So that's going to be on the list soon. Oh, what else? I get some people trying to make their way over here. We'll see if that can happen. But again, people with busy schedules and stuff, it's hard. But definitely more on lessons, try and do the theory lessons finally. I think I got the bugs worked out. I think it's easy. I try to do it a bunch of different ways. I was writing it on paper. I had a little whiteboard I was trying with the camera overhead, and it just the whiteboard reflects so much light. Sometimes it was hard to see it, and the computer has an advantage in that when I'm done, like writing something out in it, I can play it and you can hear it. So if it's rhythmic or if it's, melodic or harmonic, you're going to be able to hear those changes. So I just think the computer has a massive advantage over using paper and the whiteboard. So, again, it's finding time to do it, but I'm going to do it because I think it's important. Right? It's if you're playing guitar, it's what we do. So, I wouldn't say I'm tops with my stuff, but I'm pretty good. I had a few years of solid training on it. Enough where I could impart quite a few videos worth of knowledge and get a lot of people, I think, their heads together on a lot of this stuff. It's funny how it all sort of clicks at some point. You have sort of an epiphany, a sort of bigger picture moment. You start to see the forest through the trees, and that helps. But what else? I think that's it. Thinking about, I might pick up a little tube amp. I've been looking at a few different things. I have a Fender 410 cab back there that I've owned for a lot of years. I have to recheck the wiring. I think at one point I had wired it stereo. I might have to wire it back mono again. I have to take a look at the wiring and see what it's set to. But assuming it's wired correctly, I should probably just buy a little lunchbox head for it, maybe like a Hughes and Kettner or like a little Jim Root number 4. You can buy those Jim Roots used for about $4.50. Pretty good deal. So, I don't know. I'm looking around. We'll see. I want to get maybe a little tube practice amp. The Viper, I never use it. I'm always going through the software. I really am. When I play, just fooling around and jamming, I use headphones and play through the software, like, all the time. So, I think for maybe just fooling around, maybe get a tube amp. And, plus I want to do some more demos, and I think that if I just I'll do some demos through the software, but I think that getting an SM57 and a little tube amp would go a long way. What do we have here? Right, the Van 51. Okay, we can check out this right here. Yeah. There's that custom stack in all its glory. Look how quiet it is. Mixed with the JB. And then mixed with the getting some popping. I might have to redo this system again. It seems to have found a way to interfere. It's almost like an IRC interrupt, Swammy's having a little hard time lately. All right, well, I'm probably out of battery and certainly out of time, so I'll be back soon. Some of you have questioned my my intent. When every time I say that, it seems like paradoxically I'm gone longer. But at any rate, I will try to be back real soon. And until then, rock on. And I'll be back just as soon as I can. Maybe a week. No, maybe sooner. We'll see. No promises.